So, like most people, my first playthrough of Final Girl was at Camp Happy Trails, just to understand the whole mechanics of the game and everything. And I found out that I like it. Uh, I lost. I don't remember the whole narrative to that situation, but I remembered that I did lose. My second feature film was Don't Make a Sound. And I liked Eyeless, but I liked the map better. I liked Utopia. After winning once and losing once against the Eyeless, I ended up uh, going against Hans in Utopia to see how that worked. And I ended up losing both times because he was just too quick for me. It was at this point that I realized that I liked Utopia, the location, better than Camp Happy Trails. I don't know. I like the sandworms and just the randomness of them coming up and being safe on a rock. I kind of like the whole deal. But later on, as I played other uh, killers or whatever, I found out that it's actually kind of a hard location. So the next feature film that I opened was the Falconwood Files, and I didn't feel like doing all of the missions for the map. So I just wanted to try the killer and see what the killer was. So I tried the Slayer in Camp Happy Trails so I could see what it was on a easy map. Obviously, that's the original map that doesn't have like hardly any rolls. So this is when I found out that I really like Slayer. He became one of my favorite. I've only played 3 so far, but my favorite killer because I like the dimensions part of it, and he makes it a little bit slower in killing them because he brings them into the underworld before he kills them. So it's kind of an interesting concept. Then I come up with the concept of using Lego characters as the final girl and the killer. So it'd be easier to distinguish, and it looks better than just the wood meeples. And my nightmare to the North Pole was about to come, so I had to get Santa. The theme is really Christmassy and light and whatnot, but I really liked the concept of the presents because they're like, it's so random. But honestly, I actually forgot to do the thing with the elves a lot of the time, where each time there's like elves in different locations, you're supposed to give up time. And I'd go through a few turns, or whatever, and realize, oh, I have not been doing that. Next time I play, I will remember to take time away from all those damn elves. And I open the presents too. You know that you have a feeling that it's a bad present, and they open it for you and give you the bad result. That's great. Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. So my next feature film was Storybook Woods, and I have played it twice, and I haven't got the raft yet, so I don't know what that's like. But the big bad wolf, he takes a while, like until he gets 3 bloodlust, and then he'll start attacking. But you have to be careful because the map is really small. So once he gets powerful, he can get to you like real quick, and there's no hiding from him. So you have to like get into you got to attack him before he attacks you, basically. And then there was Buddyland, and it's the first time I used a location that had villains in it, or a killer that has villains with it, and it was difficult, but I ended up winning. But the only reason why I won is because I had a double up. If it wasn't for the double up action card that I had, I would have lost. So I played again, and I ended up getting pulverized. All of the his buddies or the minions just yeah, they just pulverized me. But it was such a thematic experience that I actually wrote a short story about it. So that was pretty cool. The final girl, Julie, was just trying to get a skee ball to help her battle the killer, but the freaking bear, man. But no, those minions. Oh well. So my next feat is to beat Dr. Fright at Buddyland and see how that turns out. I'm gonna have to drink something to make me tired so I can fall asleep, I guess. Who falls asleep at the arcade? So I got Terror from Above and Terror from the Grave coming, and I don't want to use all of the tokens. So I figured out a way to use them with my Legos, so that's what these little small pieces are. So I get frustrated with Hans because he brings the horror down so quick. Like every card you pick, I swear, it's like horror comes down and yeah, he's actually kind of hard. He's got a lot of hearts too. He's got 12 hearts, so it takes a while to beat him down. You have to have a lot of luck on your side to beat him. I enjoyed playing the eyeless, but sometimes it's annoying to figure out, try to be quiet and whatever, not use a lot of items that are loud and to keep him from like coming at you or whatever. And he does move fast, whether regardless you're using items or not, he comes towards you fast. He has quick movement. But yeah, you got to remember that like if you end up making too much noise or whatever, just freaking be as loud as you can because you don't get punished for making any more loud once you get past that threshold. As of now, the Slayer is my favorite killer. I like I said before, how he brings the victims to the underworld and you bring them back. You have to bring them back to the overworld before you can save them. But the management of the different dimensions is fairly simple. Mr. Krampus is just full of luck. Bad luck or good luck. He throws presents everywhere and you don't know what you're gonna get. And Box is like a freaking bomb. Is all huff and all puff and all hide. I've killed him once and he's killed me once, so there's that. I've only played him twice in the Fairy Tale Wood. I haven't played him in any other location. When he's in Seek mode, he's not too difficult to deal with, but once you have 3 victims that die, it turns and he becomes pretty hard, pretty quick, and yeah, so you just really gotta keep those victims from dying. And then there's Billy and his minions, and you gotta watch out for him gaining health if you don't flip over all them batteries. But to flip over all the batteries, there's 4 of them over across the whole map, so it's like very difficult and time consuming, and you just need to rush him, is the way that I figure. My next playthrough will be Dr. Fright at Buddyland and see how that turns out. Well, that has been my experience with Final Girl so far, and I'm enjoying it. So, here are the results for my first 25 games, and the chart below it is my opinion in the factors of the different locations and the different killers. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy gaming.